This story is based on the true incident of a 6-year-old child who fought for his country in the World War. At the beginning of this story, we're shown a 6-year-old child named Sergei who was sitting on a tree. He is very happy because he had climbed the tree. His brother Pente is fishing nearby, and his mother is washing clothes in the river when German fighter planes start attacking there. Seeing this, Sirio goes to Mom and tells them to go there, to walk from. She says that because this is the time of World War II, when there was a war between Germany and the Soviet Union. Hence, German fighter planes are coming to attack there, but Sirio Ja is not afraid of them and destroys that plane with the help of his slingshot. But then we come to know that Sergei is dreaming all this, and he was missing his mom a lot. Then his aunt comes there who used to live in the same neighborhood. She is very happy to see Sergei alive. Sergei asks her where her mom and brother are, and she tells him that they will not come back because the German soldiers killed them. Sergei is very sad to hear this. Then Sirio Ja's aunt takes her to many safe places. Sirio Ja starts sorting out her clothes to go. Sirio Ja tells them that I will not go anywhere because Mo has given me the responsibility of the house. That is why I have to stay here. But Sirio Ja's aunt tells her that German soldiers have attacked us. Then, Sirio Ja's aunt sees German soldiers coming and she throws Sirio Ja out of the window. But the German soldiers shoot Sirio Ja's aunt. And Sirio Ja starts running towards the forest from there and goes to his home. He is very sad to see the fire burning and comes to the forest and calls out to his mother because he was missing her a lot and he was very scared, feeling alone in the forest. Then we are shown the scene of the next day, where from Ryoga he is drinking water on the bank of the river. But suddenly he hears the voice of some soldiers, due to which he gets scared and hides under a tree. Then German soldiers come there who sit on the bank of the river and start eating food. Then Sirio comes near Ja. A snake comes and Sirio Ja gets scared, but he puts his hand on his mouth because if the German soldier finds out about him, he will kill him too. Sirio Ja is a very courageous child. That is why he sits quietly, and he snake. He leaves from there, and then the German soldiers also extinguish the fire and leave from there. Sirio goes to check the soldiers' remaining food because he had not eaten anything since yesterday, but he does not find anything. Sirio goes towards the forest, where he was very scared and one of his sandals was also torn. Sergei sees berries there, which he starts eating, but then there's a blast there, and he falls far away, but he is very brave, so he'd be scared. Instead, he picks up wood to fight them, but there is no one there, and he falls asleep. In his dream, he sees himself with his mother and brother, in which all three of them are happily eating, but Sirio is weak and very injured. It was over, so he becomes unconscious under the tree. Then 2 Soviet soldiers come there. Then we are shown some Gines, commander of a battalion of the Soviet army, who is telling his soldiers about a scout of the German army who is in Sector 25. It will not be easy for us to kill them, and they would have brought all their army there. Hence, we will have to increase our power for our defense. Then a soldier comes to the commander and shows the commander that he was rounding me up in the forest. The commander gets shocked to see that a child has been found, and he makes Ryoka sit on the bed and says, "Don't be afraid, son. You are safe then." The commander asks him his name and says, "Where are you from?" So Sirio, "Go to them. Own name." Then a soldier asks him about his mother's date, and his brother, Sirio, cries and tells that he is dead. Then the commander says that you are a brave person and brave. The humans do not cry and then feed him, while we are shown a soldier of the Soviet army who was writing a letter to his family before fighting the German army. But then there is an attack, due to which they all start fighting, where we are again shown to Ryoja, who is being treated along with the other soldiers at the base camp because he was injured, and Nast is taking care of him, whose name is Katya. She tells Sirio that if you heal your wounds, get it cleaned then. I will give you popcorn. Then Sirio says, I don't like popcorn. I like army tanks. So Katya She says to you that I will give you everything. But first, you have to recover completely. The next day, we are shown the commander who comes to meet Seryo-ja in the hospital. Then, Seryo-ja tells the commander that when I grow up, I will also become a soldier. And the commander tells him that you are very brave. Again, Ryo-ja asks the commander that he also has a medal and a pistol. Then the commander shows him his medal and pistol and says that the pistol was given to me by the general. Because he fought the war bravely and led my country to victory. Then Seryo goes and asks the commander if he has a plane. He says no. Then Seryo goes and makes a drawing of a plane on his hand. Then the commander comes out, where Katya is talking to him about Seryo-ja, that Sergei is a very smart child, and very cute too. Then the commander says yes. Then the commander shows Katya the plane which Sergei had made. Then Katya talks to the commander. She says that we also have goat's milk, so why don't we keep Sergei here because now her mom is dead and not alive. Then commander tells Katya that there is no place for her here because this is a battlefield, or she will die. They leave, saying that there is danger to Katya, which saddens Katya while Seryo is in the hospital talking to a Soviet army soldier named Zora. He brings a sickle for Sharyoza, which he likes very much, seeing which he is very happy. Then we are shown the scene of the night where Katya is talking to her fellow nurse about Seryo-ja, how cute he is and also very brave. That is why I want to keep him here with me. But the commander wants to send him away from here, and I will never see him again. Then, the next day, we are shown to the commander to whom a soldier comes and he says that we need another machine gun to fight the Germans. It will happen to the comrades commander. It also says that everyone in the entire scout regiment has fallen in love with Seryo-ja. That is why I request you not to send Seryo-ja. But the commander tells him that his life is in danger here and I cannot keep him here because I have signed the document sending him on leave from here, just as the soldier leaves from there. The commander also feels very sad because he also does not want Seryo to leave from here. Then we get the scene of the next day. It is shown where the commander has called for a car to send Seryo-ja and Kadaya, and Seryo-ja are also there. Seryo-ja salutes like a soldier on seeing the commander. Then Kataya and the driver of the car leave Seryo-ja and the commander alone. They leave, where a girl made of wood comes to Commander Seryo-ja, which makes him happy. Sergei hugs Commander Ja and cryingly says that, I don't want to go from here. They will kill me. I want to stay with you all. Am hearing this. The commander also becomes emotional and decides to adopt that Ryoha. He says to Sergei that, will you become my son? Sergei is happy with this, and now tears the document of Commander of Nez. And then we leave for the night. A scene is shown where all the soldiers are preparing the army dress for Seryo-ja. All the soldiers tell their own ways that the dress for Sergei will have to be cut from here, and the big dress will have to be cut from here. Cut it short, and then we are shown Sergei to whom the commander comes. And he wakes up Arias from his sleep and says that a soldier does not sleep much. Then Sergei tells him that the soldier should kill himself before the burning match ends. Seryo has to get ready. Then Seryo goes and starts wearing a soldier's dress. Seryo gets ready and comes out very happy, seeing which all the soldiers salute him. But suddenly, German planes come there which attack them. They attack due to which many soldiers get injured. Then Seryo starts asking everyone about the commander and Auntie Katya, but no one tells him anything. Then, Seryo finally asks a doctor whether he has heard about Auntie Katya and the commander, and is he alive? The doctor tells him that in war, no one is asked about anyone's whereabouts. For a soldier, war is only about making his country win. Then asks Seryo to go inside the tent and, they say that many of our soldiers are injured. You should take care of them. Then Ryoha starts giving water to all the injured soldiers, due to which all the injured soldiers thank him. Then one soldier gives Sergei a letter to read, which is for him. The family had sent it because that soldier's eye was injured, and hence he needed some medicine. It was not visible then. Shariwaja reads out the letter to them that everything is fine at home, and your cow is also healthy, and she is giving a lot of milk, and we will win this war. Then the next day we are shown to Auntie Katya. While Serio is putting Ja to sleep, then the commander comes to them, who was in love with Katya, so he's about to tell her his feelings, when Sergei wakes up from his sleep and is very happy to see the commander and his would hug. Then the commander takes Serio Ja for a tour. Then Serio Ja asks the commander, "Who should I thank for my dress? Who has made such a nice dress for me?" Then the commando takes him towards the tailor's tent where the German plane. That train was destroyed due to the attack, seeing which Ryoja feels very sad. Then he says to the commando that in war, you don't even have time to thank anyone. Then we are shown the scene of the next day. Kama goes where Kama and his comrades were planning what to do in the future war. Then Serio comes there, and he says to the commander that what is the mission for me today which I have to complete. Then the commander tells him that in some time, a vehicle will come with letters for the soldiers, from which you will have to take the letters and give them to all the soldiers. Then Serio goes out with all the letters of the soldiers and starts giving them to them. But instead of the letters, all the soldiers are asked to dance. He speaks, which makes everyone laugh, and the soldiers start dancing in exchange for the letter. From the next day, Ryoja is investigating the surrounding areas and keeping an eye on everything with his binoculars. But then he sees a man hiding in the grass. When the soldier sees a tree, Serio goes to the army regiment to tell this. Then from there he takes the soldier and comes to the place where he saw the tree in the grass. Then the Soviet soldier very cleverly. They catch the German spies who are keeping an eye on them and bring them to their regiment. In the same Fira, they're shown to the commander who tells Sergei that the government has given me permission to become your date. And you. Come, you are my son. Which makes him very happy. Then he takes the commander with him to tell about the murder of Auntie. Then we are shown Katya who is sitting on the bank of the river, and then a soldier comes near her, comes and that of flowers. He gives the bouquet to Katya and says that after the war is over, I will bring more flowers for you because I love you. Then the commander overhears the conversation between Katya and the soldier and is very sad because he also loves Katya. But then the soldier comes to Katya and says that I have not come alone. The commander has also come with me. But the commander leaves from there, and then after a few days the battle is shown from where the Rio Jarraful is being fired. He is bringing a box of bullets and gives that box of bullets to a soldier and comes back to the camera. And the same commander who is keeping an eye on the battle through binoculars, suddenly a soldier says to the commander that someone, as if we are not able to contact the control room, the commander orders that you should go and connect that wire. Then the soldier wants to go, but secretly, Serio also goes after him. But that soldier, German, he gets injured in an army attack. Then Serio goes and asks the soldier where to connect these wires. Then the soldier tells him to connect these wires together so that the commander will be contacted. Then we are shown the night scene. While Sergei is asking a soldier how people get married, the soldier tells him that first they fall in love and then they get married. Then Seryoja gets an idea, and the next day he tells Katya that the commander's health has deteriorated and he is not eating or drinking anything. Hearing this, Katya quickly takes her luggage and comes to the commander with Seryoja. Then Seryoja leaves both of them alone there. Then Katya asks the commander, why are you not eating? Then the commander asks, who told you all this? Then Katya tells that Seryoja told me this. Then the commander says that I am absolutely fine. To worry about no need. Then Katya leaves from there without saying anything. Then the commander also thinks that maybe I've said something wrong. Then he also goes after Katya, while Serio goes and stands on a stand built on a tree and looks at his binoculars. Nick is scanning the surrounding area when he sees a cat. Then he hears the sound of dogs, and he He comes to the dogs to see them and asks a soldier if he can ride them. Then the soldier tells him here. Then Serio Ja becomes very happy and is enjoying the ride. But then the dogs. The cat appears and they start chasing it, moving towards where the cat was. Seeing this, a soldier starts chasing the dogs on his bike and brings his bike in front of the dogs to stop them, due to which the dogs stop there, and he saves Serio Ja. Then we're shown the commander and Katya, where the commander is telling his feelings to Katya, and also asks Katya if you will become Serio Ja's wax. Then Katya says only then. And there, a postman comes and says, "Commander, a letter has come for you from the army headquarters." Then the commando asks the postman to leave from there, and then the scene of the next day is shown where all the soldiers have a letter from the commander and Serio, and they are going somewhere, because it is written in the letter that came from the army headquarters that now we will have to install our base cam at another place. Then, all the commander's friends reach a village where they go for lunch. They stop and go to a house, where the commander and the rest of the soldiers sit down to eat and start eating. But then a man tells them that a German bomb had broken through the roof and fallen inside the house, hitting the floor below. I became hollow. But that bomb, there has been no explosion yet, and I covered it. Hearing this, the commander asks everyone to get out of the house. Then, the soldiers take out the bomb from there and take it with them. Sergei is shown in the commander's jeep. He is sitting in the army and playing with his pistol, but suddenly there is an explosion due to which all the soldiers get badly injured. In that attack, the commander is also injured, and he tells everyone that you all keep moving forward. Then we commander and general is shown where the commander is, telling the general that I have gathered all the soldiers. Then Serio comes there and salutes the general and the commander and says, "Commander, what is my mission today? It is said that today you have to check the dress of all the soldiers." Then Serio goes and sets out to do his mission. Then he calls all the soldiers and asks that the soldier whose shoes are torn has come. Then Serio all go, checks the soldiers, and asks one soldier to write down the names of all those soldiers whose shoes were torn. Serio then comes to the general and says that, "I have written down the names of some soldiers whose shoes were torn." Seeing this, the general Serio praises Ja. Then we are shown a night scene where Serio Ja is walking with the commander, and he asks the commander if it is true that our battalion will be awarded the guard unit flag. So the commander says yes to him and says that this is a big thing for any battalion and he gets a lot of respect. Then we are shown the scene of the next day where the general is giving the medal to Ryoja because he has done this. A lot of bravery is shown in the battle, and also the battalion commander is awarded the guard unity flag, which makes all the soldiers very happy. Then we are shown a night scene where the fight is going on and there is an explosion near the commander, due to which he is badly injured. Sergei gets very sad to see this. Then Katya tells him that he is alive and absolutely fine. Sergei then comes to the commander and seeing him in injured condition, he starts crying. Then the commander, he is told not to cry because a soldier never cries. Then we are shown a scene where Serio is going with his battalion because the war was over and Germany had accepted defeat. And Serio Ja also sets out with his battalion towards Poland for the Second War. And this is where this movie ends. Guys, if you liked the video, then do like this video as well as subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.